Now this is really interesting. It says Carl.
What in the world is that? I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Hey, this is Jason from Denwerks. Got something pretty cool today. 1957 little Willys Jeep FC150. This is a forward control 4x4. Just a cute little thing. You know, it's been very rare that I've actually seen one of these with my own eyes. When I first moved to Salem, there was a guy that had 4, and actually at that time I'd never seen one, never even heard of it. And still today, a lot of people, when they see me driving this around, they're like, what is that? So if you know me, I like unique things. I like utilitarian type rigs, and this is totally up my alley, especially since we own a little small farm now, so this is just perfect. You know, in pictures it's hard to see the size of this, but it's actually not too big, so pretty cool. So we're going to walk around here in a second, and I'm just going to show you different things. We'll put it on my lift so you can see it, interior and everything. I just wanted to mention too, this is going to be our 196th auction, almost 200 on Bring a Trailer. So this will be fun, no reserve. So also I wanted to mention too, if you want to check out our website, it's Denwerks, DENWERKS. You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. Just do hashtags or whatever, Denwerks, and you can find us. If you need any help with selling something on Bring a Trailer, we'd be glad to help, as long as you think like-minded like us. We like cars that you can get out and drive. We like to be honest about them, and we don't always have the most prettiest car in the world. We're not into show cars. We actually like to drive them, so if you think like us, would be glad to help. So we're gonna go ahead and show you the lights real fast. You can see the marker lights work, headlights, bright lights, blinkers, right and left. You know, it's amazing mechanically. This thing is amazing. Everything works. Little Hurricane engine, little Jeep motor, very popular with military motors and everything like that. So it runs like a little top. This came out of Eastern Oregon. It was on a farm there actually when I got it. And one of the nice things about Eastern Oregon, and even over here where we live, no rust. You know, you're gonna see surface rust, but no bubbles on the body. And these things really were really bad with rust in general. If you look down here below the cab, and when I get it on my lift, you're gonna be shocked. Totally amazing in general. You know, the bumper, you would think these were supposed to be the other way, but this is actually the way they came. And I think when they were, most of them that I've seen only had the 2 bumperettes, 2 in the middle, but this one here has them on the outside with a little bar on the bottom. I don't know if someone added those 2 on the end or not, but overall in really good shape. No bubbles around the bottom. The paint and body work, you know, it's actually fairly straight. I mean, I'm not trying to beat it up, but it is my own rig, and so I can if I like. But it's actually in the perfect condition for me. It has been buffed quite a few times, and you'll see a little bit of, this is a factory color by the way, but you'll see a little bit of splotchiness, and I don't know if that's when they painted it a long time ago or from being buffed and stuff like that, it got thin in spots, but it is a metallic paint. If you look here, no bubbles around the cab. Really, really clean in general. So other things that we did to it, we redid the brakes, put new tires on it, including the spare on the other side. These are Super Traction 15-inch wheels. They're a 7 by 15 LT, so it is a truck tire. The tires are on it were okay that I got, but I wanted them all to match, and I wanted something a little bit beefy. Another area where you'll see rust is up here in the channel, and again in the gutter. Very, very clean. Look at the top of the roof. Very nice. You know, some of the gaskets, actually the windshield gasket is actually in really nice condition, but mostly around the door edges and stuff. Door gaskets and stuff you can see here. It's got cracking and things. You can see a little chip that has been repaired right there and right here. So overall, condition-wise of the cab is really nice. I'll show you the other side in just a minute. When you switch in the four-wheel drive, this one's a little different. I'm not going to show you right now, but you pull these, you pull those out, and then you turn them, and then lock them back in. And they do work. I forgot the name of these. I actually had a military Jeep that had those on there. Gas tank. You'll see some rock chipping, obviously, around the fenders. But overall, the bed is a nice condition. You can see it had a few heavier loads in here. This is just surface rust in here, no holes. But you can see it's a little wavy back here. Now, I don't know if this is primer or not. I believe that this thing originally was green because there's a lot of signs inside the cab and stuff. There's white in the cab too, but I think that this might be a primer underneath here, or maybe the bed was painted red at some point. I'm not sure. So, but overall, in good shape. You can see the motor back here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the lights. Got tail lights, blinkers, and brake lights. Everything's working. And these are original plates from 1957. They had little tabs, so you just put a new one on instead of stickers. So I believe that this was probably from Oregon Sense New. We're gonna go ahead and flip it around just so you can see the sun a little bit better on the other side. So we'll just wait here for a second and flip her around. I have to tell you, that thing, just a cute little thing. I think he's got the choke on, it's smoking a little bit. It's not an oil burner or anything like that. There we go. Just wanted to flip it around. Here you can see it, the cab. Again, not rusty. These are original, actually, that go around the fender. And it's unique here on the stance, this being a half-ton truck, how narrow the wheels sit in on the axle, off the Jeep axle, you know, the little Willys. I think they make a 3/4 ton version, and the tires are out a lot farther. We'll look here at the bottom of the cab. Again, on this side, absolutely no rust. Got your spare tire. You know, if you want a utilitarian rig, something interesting, this is totally it. I'm standing here looking at it thinking I want to buy it again. Very, very cool. Just take a look at the tailgate real fast. They did have the license plate when I got it up here, so I was actually surprised to see that painted on there. Go ahead and open this up for you real fast, just like hard to do with one hand. Just like an old pickup bed. Just put the little hook in there. On both sides. So, anyways, that's how that works. I just wanted to, oh, sorry, I hit my camera there. Sorry about that. Just wanted to show you the bed. Still a little wavy right there, but overall, looks really good. Hard to find one like this. So we're gonna go ahead and show you some more stuff. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and show you the interior real fast. Actually, check out how nice that shuts. A lot of Mercedes owners would love to have a door shut like that, especially in the time period. But the interior is very, very cool. Very Spartan. Not a lot of stuff in here, but I absolutely love it. I like this, the way the seats. I mean, look at this. Seat sits forward because the engine's behind the seat. The seat is stationary. And I think this one, actually, it moves back and forth. They're hard to do with one hand, but it moves back and forth. And this seat here, when I go on the other side, it flips forward. You can see the miles on it at 28,898. Headlights. Just wanted to show you the dome light. You can see the dome light up there is working, but you have to have the parking lights on to do that. So I don't know why it's wired like that, it's just the way it is. Horn works. You know, that's the original vinyl around the cab, which is surprising that it's still there. Check out this. Check out the headliner. The original cardboard headliner. It's not all ripped up. You could tell it sagged at one point because they put a couple of aluminum pieces in there, which actually they did a nice job. I don't mind them up there, actually. Actually, look at there. Little bee. Hornet's nest. Perfect. We'll save that one there for later for someone to move in. But overall, look at the door jambs. You know, you can see all the original spot welds down the doors. This is not a Bondo buggy by any means. This is one solid FC. Hard to find them like this. So if you researched a little bit, this thing is in really good shape. You can see it needs a new door gasket. It's not horrible, but it's not good either. And I saw a guy on eBay just recently that has these NOS ones. I think they're like 150 bucks. Not bad for those. You can see here the original VIN tag matches the title as well. Actually, the floors are actually really good. Hopefully you can see. This is just surface rust. This is not rust through or anything like that. Very solid. When I put it up on my lift, you'll see it. Very, very solid. It's got a couple external gauges here, which do work. 4-wheel drive, 3-speed transmission. So it's reverse, 1, 2, 3. This is the choke. There's actually a video on my Instagram page, the first time I had ever saw it, and took it out for a ride. I'm going to go ahead and show you the other side. Hey, here I am on the passenger side. I forgot to show you this real fast. Stanley for President. If you want one of those stickers, just let me know. I'll mail you one. My friend Laz Motors sent me a t-shirt with that logo on it, and so now I had stickers made for it. So here we go. This is the seat flipping forward, and I believe that this is the original seat to the truck because it matches the material on the dash in general. So I think that is original. It could be wrong, but I think it is, which makes it even cooler to me. Heater fan, it does work. You know, again, the floor on this side, really good shape. And again, this is just some surface rust right there. But look at the rest of the jambs. Very nice. Original door panels. You know, they've seen better days. I actually got another set of door panels that I'll give you. But they don't have the perforations. And I was going to put them on there, but they just don't look right. So maybe someone wants to cover the material or something like that. I'll send them with the Jeep. But I didn't want to get away from the perforations and keep them original. You can see all the original spot welds in here. The engine, I'm not going to do it in the video, but you can see it here. There it is here. And there's pictures on the auction in general, but I've got to have two people. You just flip these doodads down on each side and you lift the doghouse out. But there is good pictures on the auction. Right here is your battery. And if you look down here inside the cab, which you can't see, a little surface rust down there, but it's not rusty. Actually really clean. So anyways, hopefully that gives you a good look of the interior in general. You know, it's actually pretty clean for one of these. Nice and original.
We'll be right back.
Hey, I know I wasn't going to take the doghouse off, but I mean, it took 2 seconds. So I just wanted to show you the engine. We'll start it here for you. You know, it's a Hurricane motor. The only thing that we did to it, we painted a few things in here. We cleaned up this housing. There was a little pinhole in it, so we fixed the housing here. And then also we put a new valve cover gasket on it. Redid the brakes, like I mentioned. New shocks. I'll go over all that when we put it on my lift. But overall, it runs really good. Drive it anywhere.
The choke works.
Yeah, the choke right there. Choke works. And you see it's got an external canister for oil filter right there, like you see on old Chevys. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and fire up. As you listened there, it has an electric fuel pump that's been added to it. There was a little buzz that you heard. Go ahead and rev it up. Hey, what's that sound like? Sound like the sounds like Matt, the little Jeep they were driving. So anyways, runs great. We're going to show you some more stuff. Thanks for looking at this. Hey, thanks for cruising around with me in the little FC. Really fun little rig to drive. So right now we're going about 45. It can handle 55, but 45 is kind of the sweet spot for it in general. You know, these little Hurricane motors, that's just kind of the way they behave. I'm going to step on the brakes real fast. As we did the brakes, I wanted to show you there's not a lot of wheel shake. It actually stops pretty nice and straight, you know. So it's drum brakes all the way around. You know, so I just wanted to pull over here for you to show you a couple different things. Had a Tesla on my tail there. He thought I was going to race them. So just wanted to show you, you know, the speedometer works and everything like that. You can see the temp and fuel gauge. Those are kind of shot. That's why they added these two here. Those are both working. Odometer says 28,900. That is for sure working. Also wanted to show you the wipers real fast. They're vacuum operated, and they're just not wanting to go. There might be a leak or something like that, but I wanted to show you that they have full range of motion. So we're going to take a look at those. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to fix those at all. And they'll go down by themselves. I'll turn them off when they go down. But if we can't get them, you know, fixed, they're just not going to be fixed. Maybe we'll send Keegan home with you, and every time you want to drive it, he can sit out there and move them for you. Just wanted to show you the cigarette lighter works. It's actually the fastest cigarette lighter I've seen in my life. Amazing. 3-speed transmission. Reverse is up here. Maybe if I put the camera, reverse, first, second, and third. Real simple. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. Actually, I just wanted to show you the blinker. That thing was flashing a minute ago. I'll look at it. Usually this flashes. This is just an aftermarket unit, but usually when the blinkers are going, that's flashing. But the reason I wanted to show you this, so you could hear the fan. It actually works for the heater. So that's good. And also, too, if you check this out, see this little red light here? It's the oil light. So as soon as I turn it on, it goes off. For an oil pressure gauge, so you know you got oil pressure. So all this seems to be working good in general. So I just wanted to show you some stuff. Just pull over here and talk about it just for a minute. So we'll go ahead and show you some more stuff. Take a look at the Jeep underneath. You know, this is the second thing I look at when I look at a car in general. You know, everything can look really pretty on the outside, but I like to hop underneath real quick and look at the structure. So that's what we're trying to do with our videos. You're still going to see all the still photos and all the shots, but this way I can poke at different things and talk about different things. So anyways, we're just going to start from the front to the back. You know, it's actually, this rig is in really good shape. It's not rusty, no really any problems or anything like that. You know, just like a cab on a, you know, an old pickup or something like that, you know, old 50s pickup, usually these are all rusted out. I mean, look how nice this is. No bubbles or anything like that. Actually really clean and looks really nice. Then the other issue you'll have up here, you've kind of got like a double cab. Here, we'll just look around. You can see right here, they cut out a little section right there, and I don't think it was because of rust. I don't know why they cut it out, but you can see they drilled a bunch of holes across there, because if it was rusty, you would see a bunch of rust here, which is not. So they cut that out maybe to get inside of there or something, but that little section is gone. But you look at the rest up here, it's actually in really good shape. You look at the front of the nose up here, absolutely no accidents or anything like that. Right up here you can see the front of the cab. Looks good. You can see a little hole right there that kind of took out as well, but look at the bottom of the nose of this. Very good. You can see the radiator. When you see little dates like this, that means that we regasketed this and then we put new gear oil in it. So 11/19, that's when it was last checked, and it has new gear oil in it. We did redo all the brakes. You can see it's got new brake hoses right there. You know, everything's pretty clean. We did put new shocks as well on it in general. Didn't do a lot of engine stuff. You can see it's got a few little minor drips, but nothing major, nothing that's really hitting the ground or anything like that. But you can see a little bit of seepage in general. And I guess maybe if you drove it, it might drip one or two little tiny drops. But again, we did have a leaky valve cover gasket, and we replaced its gasket. So some of this might be a little bit of residue underneath there in general. You know, but what do you expect? I mean, it's from 1957. The frame is in really good shape, as you can see. Factory skid plate. If you look here at this side of the frame and the bottom of the cab, again, excellent shape overall. This is probably one of the structure-wise nicest little FCs that I've seen, and you don't see these very often at all. We did the same thing on the rear end here as well. 11/19. You know, we put a new gasket, new gear oil. Here you can see the little tag, original tag there. So everything's in operational shape. You know, it's just real clean. You know, you're obviously going to see issues with, you know, older paint and stuff like that, and surface rust underneath here, but overall really nice. You can see the body mount there's in good condition. So hopefully that helps you a little bit, you know, see the condition of it. It does have new tires. I maybe have 10 miles on these right now. So anyways, it is a no reserve auction. You know, go ahead and ask questions, give us a jingle. You can make comments on the auction or anything like that. We would be glad to help. So anyways, it's going to go to a new home. Definitely a unique rig for sure. Thanks for looking.